Welcome to Big Girl Hunters. We're hauling, we're here at Botte, we're having an amazing time. I hope you enjoy watching. Welcome to our French adventure. Get in.
How long have we got?
10 minutes, I think.
10 minutes, it's 3 o'clock.
Nearly there.
He's doing the first bit in my van, and I'm going to do the French fast. I'm supposed to be sleeping for the last 3 hours, but I'm not because I'm too excited because I'm a child. I've got the tunes banging.
JB's up front.
JB's up front.
Convoy.
So what are we doing then, Greener?
On the road trip, aren't we? Where are we going?
Where are we now?
We're in the tunnel, aren't we?
Yeah, we're in the tunnel.
We're moving.
We're not moving yet. We've just loaded up. It's 10 past 4. And we've got on the shuttle and we're off to France.
Shout out, mate.
Let's go see what those boys are up to. So, we've made it here. We're a few hours early. So we're going to, because old Greener there, he had one job, one thing to get was charcoal for the barbie each night. And what did he go shopping and what doesn't he get? He gets firelighters, charcoal. What kind of a noddy is he? So we're quite a few hours early because we managed to get an earlier crossing.
4 hours early.
We're 4 hours early. So we're going to have a little mince around Vitry and take in the sights and maybe have a little look around the other lakes and see who's about. So yeah, off to the supermarket. Finally made it. I'm absolutely shattered. Been awake for 28 hours, I believe. I'm starting to see stars now. But we're here. The lake is looking nice. The weed is right up. Last time I was here and I walked it, there was not one single bit of weed, but it's proper weedy. So it's going to be a different sort of adventure than what I originally thought it was. I thought it was going to be all, no features, just fishing on the deck, plenty of boilie and that. But this it's going to be a little bit different, finding some spots amongst the weed, hopefully locating some carp. But first things first, getting some grub, getting a draw. Hopefully we can come out, because there's 15 anglers on this week, 15. So 15 and 35 acres. So hopefully we can come out at least midway in the draw, get on some fish and have some absolute French whackers. But the lake has been fishing terribly slow for the last month, so one of the slowest it's ever done in typical Pilgrim luck.
The Greener curse, boy.
The Jack Greener curse. So yeah, I better concentrate on these French roads and let's be having it.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, à putain de merde. Welcome to Botte. We're finally here in our swims. We've got the bivvies up. The swim's all settled. We've been here for a couple of hours now. There's fish everywhere. It's exciting times. So what's happened then? Where did we come out on the draw and what's happened?
It was a weird one, wasn't it? We came out last, but we got to pick out of two friends, well, 2 draws. So
well, yeah, it wasn't even really essentially. So we're a group of 10. A few anglers, another group has dropped out, and we're some lads from Scunthorpe, and there's 6 of them, and they wanted to all be like socially. We had a good walk round. It's quite a big lake, 35 acres, so we had a good old walk round, and we saw fish, quite a lot of fish over on the back there, and they wanted to sort of go all together. So they've gone on the left side to us, along that bank. So they're like, does anyone else want to go there? We were like, nah. Myself and Jack really fancied a swim called The Point, which is where we're at. There's an old boy and his missus who's fishing on that corner, and they were happy to go over there.
Bit of a weird one, wasn't it?
Bit of a weird, and then it was just a draw between myself,
and Jack and JB and Tom. So I pulled out the earlier number. So we managed to get on the point, which is the most favoured swim on the lake, and it does do quite a few fish. Has quite big fish form. So as you can tell from our faces, we're pretty chuffed. We're knackered. We've been up for probably way over 30 hours at this point, so we're pretty tired. And the sun's out, but it looks like there's going to be a storm hitting, so it'll be pretty mental. So we need to get everything set. We found some spots, probably sprinkle out a little bit of bait, and hopefully we can get amongst some of these absolute lumps. There's some big fish in here, fish up to the sort of the high 60, maybe before sport, because we're not sure whether the fish are spawned or not, so there could be maybe the odd 17-pounder lurking around. There's cats in here up to God knows weight. Hopefully we won't be catching any of those. I know you want one, don't you? Yeah, you've never caught one, so be exciting to get your first one. Why do you want one?
It's just something off the bucket list, isn't it? We've got to get rid of them.
And there's also a couple of big sturgeon and one that's called Ricky, which is like 100 pounds or something, and some grass carp, and there's all sorts. But we're here for the big commons and the big mirrors. Hopefully we can get amongst some and we'll have a good old trip. So we'll keep you updated and watch this space. All the likely spots were found, rods were placed and areas were baited. Just as I was looking over at my spot to see if I could see any moving fish, I glanced in the distance and saw JB was playing into his first fish. It was the calm before the storm. So I jumped into my van, went over there, left Greener looking after the rods. Well, and you'll see what happened. Boys, cradling, fish 50. Well done, that man. Beast. Go on, give him it. Give him it. Oh, fuck it. Good fish.
Oh boy.
Something. Hashtag put a saddle in it. And it's raining. 55-pound common, a new PB for JB, and what an amazing way to start the trip. We'd only been there for a few hours. After I'd returned to my swim, I saw there was a few fish moving out in close to a weed bed to the right of my swim. So I got on my cheeky fourth, my grey 6-foot stalker, popped it in the bait boat, simple couple of grains of plastic and a bit of the particle mix provided by the fishery, and set the trap. I didn't have to wait long until my rod was rattling off. Right, first fish of the trip for me. 40-pound, 43-pound, 9 ounces on the old particle mix. A couple of grains of plastic, just out by the weed bed. It's absolutely chunked, this one. Ooh, we'll get some shots and get it back. Woo! What way to start? This is the rig I had that beautiful 44-pound Botte scaly mirror on. My first fish of the trip. So the reason I'm using this rig is, like I say, I saw some fish sort of rolling over to the right hand side of the swim, and we've got a bait boat with us this time. So I'm using this short little plastic rig essentially to fish over a little soft clay area next to some weed to try and trick them up. And obviously it worked. So there's 2 grains of plastic on there, a small shot on the hair, a little bit of silicone trapping the hair right opposite the point, and that's really important for the hooking abilities of this rig. It's a size 4 crank, so it's a bit of a savage hook, and then a little bit of strip braid, and then we have a semi-stiff coated hook link. And I've been using this particular rig in a bait boat. First time I've used a bait boat on a trip like this. Tidy little rig, really good for stalking or for fishing on boats or fishing in PVA bags, and that it's probably my go-to sort of rig when I'm using plastic. Right little banger. After the mad rush of the journey in the first day, with 2 big ones being caught, that was the right result. As you can imagine, our excitement for our first night was through the roof. As we sat back, relaxed, we were greeted with the most stunning Botte sunset. Let's see what the night would bring. First one of the double bubble. And this one is a 35. This is a really nice fish. Nice apple slice scales. Big old brute of a mirror. £35. Oh, there it is. What a stunner. Stunning fishing here in the Botte. So get some shots and get her back. Get in the water and do some water shots and get her back. Banging. Woo! Right, I'll show you her again. Absolutely stunning £35 Goncourt scaly. Beautiful colours and nice golden apple slice scales. Let's get this sling out of the way. Oh, there she is. What a beauty. Get in. Look at the size of that head, and there's a much bigger one waiting in the sling for us. Come on, girl. Hey. Woo. Right, so I was just saying, this is the bigger fish of the two, the double bubble of the brace, and 38.15. So I'm just scraping the old 39 pound, and not far from the 40 pound mark. But here we go, stunning fish. Probably one of the biggest tails I've ever seen on a carp, and it was an absolute battle, wasn't it? We thought it was a catfish. It was beasting me for ages. My arm, my bicep was burning. So let's lift her up, a nice golden one, sort of leathery with a few scales, but we'll get her up for you. Oh, there she is. Absolute Botte stunner. Stunning fish. And we'll send her on our way.
Sashay away.
Starting to kick already. Can't believe she's got any life after that battle. Oh, there he is. £29, 15 ounces. The Botte torpedo. Seem to be just getting into the mirrors. They must be loving the S-core and the Megaplex. So yeah, banger. This one actually took the bait on the drop. I was just putting the rod down and it whipped round like a barbel rod, and I was in. Easy, quickest bite I've ever had, I think. Buzzing. Let's get her back. Torpedo. Absolute. There we go. Absolute torpedo, he wants to go.
Run up wee bit.
Yeah, green is in. Just melted off on the baited spot, mate. And it just clouded up and then absolutely belted off, mate. I'm not going to lie, but I'm fairly certain it's a chunk's worth.
Oh my god.
It's absolutely beasting it.
It's prodding so hard.
Yeah, it's a lump, I think. Well, let's...
Cat!
Huh?
It's a cat.
Is it?
Yeah.
How do you know?
I've just seen it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I've seen its tail.
Is it big?
I don't know. It's not another cat, it's on a Ronnie. Pink.
I think that.
I knew my John Carp got to chunk it. No, wait, don't.
Snap your thing. No, mate, it's a chunk, sir.
Tell Jack it's a cat. It's a chunky cat. Listen. Yeah, it isn't even moving.
It's one of them big cats.
Round.
Yeah, it's a big pussy.
Is it a cat?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, that bait.
Huh? Yeah, that bait's gone now, mate.
Is it?
That's why you don't.
That's why it was milking up. Given that's what you saw at the surface.
Yeah. Because they're just feeding up.
Mate, my so strong.
You've got a while to go yet, mate. They're just beasts, they are.
Oh my god, this is the hardest fighting fish I've ever look.
It's like on another level, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's big, isn't it? It's a thick one, isn't it?
Dark as fuck. Look, feel the rock. Feel the temperature. Yeah, look, it's still got you feel it. What the cat? You're alright. Never had a big cat before. Look how much milky that's got.
Yeah. Milk right up. Because it's trying to hug onto the bottom.
Oh mate, look at it, huge.
Yeah, it's a big one. It's definitely like a 40 pluser, I reckon. Oh,
It's hugging the bottom still, isn't it?
whoa! Oh my god! It's massive. Oh my god! It's made. Oh! I've never seen a fish so big in my life.
Oh my god. Is it big?
Mate, it's I can't get it in the
You
net.
can't get it in the net.
Yeah, the banking.
He's a beast. Jesus
so big.
Christ.
Look at it.
That's when I saw the head, I knew. Look at the size of that thing. Look.
So I've got to look at that.
Head's bigger than yours. That's the first thing. It's the first time I've seen anything with a bigger forehead than greener.
What are we going to do then?
Bring it in, mate. Get a picture of it.
Oh yeah, of course we're getting a picture in that. Yeah, take your coat off. Get something that you don't mind getting slimed up.
That was a battle.
It's like that. It's like
I saw
crazy.
it out of town. I was like, is that a common? Like,
when I first saw it, it looked like a carp, didn't it?
Yeah.
That's all that. Every single one of that bait out there is gone. Finished. They're just bait
mop it up.
destroyers. Bait destroyers, mate.
You get to collapse the net.
Yeah. I just wanted to.
God. You put the rod down.
Yeah. She's a two-man job.
He's only got little arms.
You got it, yeah?
Yeah. That's the heaviest thing I've ever lifted.
Whee! He got one. He said he wanted one, and he's bloody got one. How big?
74.3.
74.3. Absolutely beasted, Jack. On the baited spot. I'm glad it's you, Jack. JB, and not me, mate. Come round for some assistance.
Not too bad, is it?
Right. Well, good morning. Things have settled down a little bit. It's been an action-packed morning. I'm on the point with Greener, and what's happened this morning? It's been carnage.
Yeah. Well, you've been up all morning, haven't you, catching carp, and I got a massive pussy cat. 74 pounds. 74 pounds catfish. I had 3 carp this morning. I had, what, 330s, wasn't it? Yeah, 330s.
Yeah, 330s up to 38. Morning. You can see it's been a pretty mental morning feeding spell for me. Got a triple dipple here. Well, they're all mid 30s, isn't they, or late? So we've got 38 common, 36 common, and what was the other one? 35 mirror. So they all looking pretty spawned out. So yeah, could have been a triple 40s a couple of weeks ago, but yeah, so can't complain. 38 pounds. Angry commons, my first common of the trip. Yeah, so absolutely beasted me. We'll get this one, get a few shots and get it in the water. The angry common. Off to the depths. Off to the depths, on to the next. Whee! Got bars for days. Gonna hold it quite close to me because I've got the angry. This is the set. Ooh. This is the set. Ooh. This is the set. Ooh. Second fish of the trio. This is we call it the grey mirror. 35 pounds spawned out again, but stunning fish. I'll see if I can get him up for you because he's lively. Nope. He can taste home, that's why. Right, there he is. Third and final fish of that quick burst of action this morning. This one's absolutely lovely, proper golden fish, real nice and yeah, yellowy golden colours, oranges in its tail. It's quite a big fish. We thought it was going to go 40, but it was a mid 30 and it's definitely spawned out. It's really long. It absolutely beasted me. I'll get her up for you. There we go. Was it 35.6?
Yeah.
There we go. Absolute beauty. My back is burning, really burning. Ooh, I'll show the other side and then we'll get her back. One more hoist. There we go. My back is giving in. Right. Let's get her back. Real nice fish. Absolutely beasted me. The feeding spells for me on my spot are real. It was 3 probably fish within half an hour. Real sort of quick bursts. Triple dipple. It's been a bit of a mental morning, to be honest. We're off to the supermarket shortly. Our mate JB, Jack Barnes, over there, has just lost one about 2 minutes ago. Said it was an absolute chunk. So he caught the 55 that you would have seen previously. So he's pretty gutted. Our other mate Tom, who's still yet to catch, has moved down the other end. There's been quite a lot of fish in that bottom corner. So it's all sort of kicking off. We're still absolutely battered. It's been non-stop action since we've been here. And if we've not been boating out or feeding up or photoing fish,
Sunstroke,
sunburn. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. We need to go to the supermarket.
Caffeine.
Lack of caffeine, lack of nothing. We didn't have our first tea for about 24 hours. Bearing in mind we normally sit there drinking tea all day, so it's just been mental. And we've had like heat waves essentially. We've had big storms. We've had huge wind. It's been pretty crazy couple of days. And I think so. I'm on 7 now. 7 fish. You've had 2 cats and a 29.
Yeah, mirror on it.
Yeah, nice mirror, nice dark one. And it's still early days. And yeah, things are looking good. So we'll sort of keep you updated, and hopefully we can get amongst some of the real chunks. Right, just on our first supermarket run. We only had food really enough for really like 1 day, and it's now Monday midday. It's 1 o'clock French time. We've just gone to the supermarket and we've got some supplies. 43 euros later, and we've got enough for a few days, I reckon. We're just sitting in the car eating a sandwich and crisps.
Beautiful.
We've had no sleep, no food, just having a bit of a 5 minutes re-energise, and then we'll be back at the lake. JB and Tom have just gone down the road to see if they can find a tobacco to get him some baccy, so that's all good. And we're just sitting in the van chilling, eating some grub. Yeah, we're back at the lake. Hopefully we can catch some more. Hopefully you won't catch any more of those giant slugs.
I like the pussy.
After the supermarket run, a quick nap, it was time to get the rods back out, ready for the night ahead. This evening we decided to have a social barbecue, get a few beers and discuss tactics moving forward and stories of times past.
Right, there we go, double trouble. I've got a 30.
Got a 35.
Green has got a PB 35. Melted off a bit later than usual. It's lovely to have one together. Buzzing?
Yeah, buzzing. Wasn't expecting it at all.
Woo!
Out the blue.
Let's get a few double photos. Green is PB 3512. Now you know what must be done. How's it feel?
It's good, well.
Right, let's get her back then. Trickle her down the back. She's a trickler.
Go. Thank you.
There we go. JB with another big one. £40. Sorry about that wind. £43. What an absolute beast. You love a big common, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Bang it. Get her back.
it feeling lumpy, mate?
It's not plodding along a bit, but I think I've seen it. I don't know. Might be a common. Huh?
You get chunks in. Keep waiting for these lot.
Two away from me now.
Huh?
Two away from me. I think. You'll overtake me by the day's
Lost
gone.
one earlier, but no, innit?
Yeah, you would have voted, yeah. Right. This many fish, it's going to happen eventually. One could have done it. Quite a small fish, mate. It's a nice grey one, isn't it?
Yeah. Real around like that.
It's much bigger than the first one. Mugged her. Another long one. These ones are well spawned out, aren't they? These ones.
Nice.
She's going to beat you up. Hey! Green has gone and done it again.
Oh yeah.
So what's that now? 6?
I think so.
6. I'm on 8. 2 more, mate.
Let's go. Let's get
Your
this
average is so much lower than mine. I don't understand. Isn't it?
on. I think I'm just hitting a shoal.
This one's quite a nice fish. I might let her free, boys. Out of jealousy. Oh, I'm sorry, Greenie, she escaped.
What, like the 50?
Huh?
50?
I didn't mean to do that. That was one of the...
Ah, well done, Bill. Stuck
Well
in
done. Nice one, Sonny. You just have to make sure you do this, basically. Chunk. Yeah, chunk. Chunk's worth.
How big?
Oh god, it's so big. It's so long. Low 30.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. If this isn't a 30, you've been unlucky. It is spawned out. It has not got much in him. It's flat as a pancake, but she's a torpedo. She's not even a cricket bat. She's a baseball bat. She's a slugger. She's so long she can't even fit in there. Off the boat. Hey.
Come on. Let's go. Still more bite time now.
Jack's new PB. How big was it, mate?
I think 36, like 12.
And what did you have it on?
Had it on a Ronnie, on a body spot. Been putting some buoying in for a few days now, and it started to rock this morning. So
How many have you had this morning?
I've had, what was it? I've had 3 carp, but I've lost 2 as well. So it's a bit disappointing, but I'm happy to get into the fish. So hopefully the rest of the trip now I'll bag some more, even maybe a lump.
Well, you ready?
Yeah. Jesus! Took the glasses off.
Woo! Got him. Well, good morning. Join us on this lovely Botte morning. We're now on Wednesday, and it's been a pretty mental morning. Jack's had a pretty savage morning, haven't you?
Yeah, early sunrise. I've been getting a flurry of action, so I've had 2 carp off the spot. I've lost one, and I've also lost another carp off another spot. Bit frustrating, but at least I know my spot's
And
working.
and they're still showing over there as well.
Yeah, been waiting for it, to be honest. It's been a few tough days when I first got here, but it's starting to produce now, so I'm feeling quite confident.
Yeah, it's good. And my spots have dried up a little bit. I was sort of doing the same. I was sort of having 3 fish in the mornings in a very quick spell, just like it's like half an hour quick spells.
Half an hour, yeah.
And it's you sort of getting back out. We're sort of really fishing hard in those feeding spells. We've kind of figured out what our feeding spells are here on this. It's anything between, well, from 4 o'clock to 6, it just kicks off, and we're guaranteed we've had a bite. And JB over there, his is on 3 o'clock on the money, almost to the minute. Every single time 3 o'clock, his rod rips off. It's pretty crazy, really. The fish are kind of swooping round, and through the night, the Scunthorpe boys on the left side bank, they get their bites. And Tom's yet to figure out his sort of bite time, but I'm sure he'll start to get into him soon. He's moved a couple of times now, so yeah. It's been a pretty mental trip. With me and Jack are both bunged up with man flu.
But yeah, pretty rough. But we've got to keep, carrying on, as they say.
That's
so
it.
We're here for only 1 week, and you've got to make the most of it.
Keep on keeping on.
It's going to be a nice day today. I think it's about 21, 22 degrees.
Yeah, scorcher.
Might have to get the barbecue out again if we can get some firelighters, but
yeah, that's it. We need to get out there. Oh, small one on the spot. So yeah, I'm yet to have one this morning. So hopefully, there is fish out there though. I don't know what's going on. So let's figure out what we've had and out there. Look, that's much closer. They're starting to swing round. You know, they start off then and they swing round. Come on, boys, move on the boshers. We're catching fish that have spawned out, so the average stamp has been pretty good. The lads over there have had another 50. Oh, literally, that was just as that fish was swinging round. New fish off the spot. Greeners in, boys.
This is just a boilie spot only, isn't it? Filled it in yesterday a little bit.
Yeah, that's the boilie spot. Right, I'm going to get my waders on.
Could be another cat. Oh.
Greener. Viva Greener Vegas.
Every rod's gone up apart from my snag rod.
Apart from the cheeky fall. Mate, you're absolutely smashing it, mate. Carp championships. I did have one on this spot, but I moved it, didn't I? It's not that far, really. Maybe I should bring one of mine in and put it on.
A lot of wheel.
Indeed there is. Is this going to be a chunk? Is this gonna be a chunk's worth?